Polymarket's coming to the United States, and now we have a new app called Base App. So let's talk about Coinbase. Like,
Yeah, let me share my screen here.
okay, there you go.
Awesome. So, without further ado, so the Base app, what is their new handle? Before it was known as Coinbase Wallet, but at the end of it had TBA. And as far as, this is their pinned post where they kind of go all into what Base app is and everything that we're going to talk about here in a moment. This is kind of like the TLDR, or too long didn't read. So TBA stands for the Base app, which brilliant marketing in of itself. They also use the blue square emoji to talk about the Base app, which Jesse Pollock, which is the creator of the Base blockchain or the Base Layer 2 blockchain, he kind of takes pride in the whole team here because in this almost 2 hour long stream, he goes to talk about how Base was created. And I'm not going to tell you everything. You can watch this video on your own. We'll link the video here in the bio. But long story short, he joined Coinbase and he met Brian Armstrong. And after some time of working with him, he kind of almost pitched Base. And because Brian was like, hey, well, if you can do something with a small team instead of getting like all these billions in resources, if you can do something with a small amount of money, then maybe they can pour more money into it. But that was like about 2 years ago or so. Now, Base, makes a lot of money for Coinbase, and it took a sizable chunk of the decentralized, or I mean the self-custody wallet, downloading the app. I think right now, if you download the app, you won't get the same experience that Base provides, but they are sending invites. So if you can somehow get an invite from any of the Coinbase team, or should I say the Base team, as well as people who are pretty active there on Base, or even Farcaster, because Farcaster is embedded into the Coinbase wallet or the Base app, I mean, then you
Yeah,
can
so
actually get that experience.
let me slide in real quick. So this Coinbase rebrand, it's a wallet app. It's the wallet app that's now the Base app. So the wallet went from Coinbase Wallet to the Base app. They're essentially launching a crypto super app. JR, you kind of had this fundamentally at the start, so somewhat validating for you. But they're
It really
integrating a
was.
wallet, payments, which payments is USDC, trading, social feed, and chat. That's via Farcaster. They have some AI tools in there. I don't really know what those are yet. And then they
Yeah,
have
me neither.
mini apps in there, which are just kind of like games and a bunch of stuff built on it. And it's all on top of layer 2 base network. So very like Web3 super app, Web3 gateway. Um, I don't know why Coinbase is really positioning this base app as like a one-stop Web3 gateway, considering
Yeah.
they look like they're much more of an infrastructure company than a consumer company, but this is kind of like their way to be like infrastructure, like AWS, Amazon, and then also be the consumer side, which is, Amazon, the web store, and then also them have like the super app. Super apps don't work in the United States very well, like generally. So we'll kind of see how this pushes through. Like that was kind of my feedback to even JR back in the day, is super apps have a really hard time in the United States. Look at WeChat, look at Line in China, they succeed, but in the United States, Facebook fell flat on its face trying to build its own super app and inevitably broke everything out and purchased Instagram and WhatsApp and has Messenger and all of this like mess of everything. So I'm interested to see how well Base does in the end. But
Yeah, me too.
it's it it looks, from a market reaction, it looked very positive.
Yeah, very. I think some people even there made in Farcaster. I don't think you have the capacity to leave tips or buy people within posts. So Base created its own, I want to say, patent way for people to kind of leave tips into a platform where you can buy posts as tokens or tokenized posts on the Base blockchain. And if a post does really good, its value could theoretically go up in value. at the same time, if it gets a lot of likes, that could, I think, influence the value of the post to some capacity. So I still have a few questions on how it works, but I've seen you can see kind of how much the poster on that post has made money in that post. I've
The
said
post on the post.
the post of the post. So
No,
I've said it so many
I saw
times,
a
but
bunch of the Twitter sphere talking about, I made this viral post. I made $32 in an hour. Like, it was really interesting to see those kind of talks. And I've been trying to get a invite, but getting an invite has been increasingly hard just because every time somebody posts about it, like, I mean, within 10 minutes, there's like 200 replies. It's
yeah,
just
there is.
insane.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. So social market, before it used to be called that, it was Web-C, and we were using the Diesel blockchain to kind of create what Base app has done here. It obviously didn't go very well for us, but it's very interesting seeing how Base is taking on building a super app on crypto, which it almost seems a little convoluted just based on some of the screenshots and even from that video they shared. But I mean, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. We first need to get into it, which I think Jesse Pollack was openly inviting people. So if you can send them a DM or even leave a comment on one of their posts on Twitter, then you can maybe be lucky and get an invite.
Yes. Yes. And let's see if any of us get lucky and get that invite.
Yeah.
I think that's all the topics for this week.